Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm Suyash Barve. Let's get started with the week's absurdities. India jumped up to 130 in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business rankings. Wait, we're that low? That's crap. India is like the easiest place in the world to do business. As long as you have cold, hard cash, of course. I want to start a business. I need a license. I want to evade all the taxes. I am a huge criminal. My business isn't even actually a business, it's just a giant money laundering operation. My CEO is an actual dog. The IPL is still a big brand, says BCCI Secretary Anurag Thakur. In my experience, Mr. Thakur, when you have to say you're a big brand, you aren't actually a big brand. Also, when the only other brand that wants to associate with your big brand is a Chinese mobile company no one's ever heard of, that's not a good sign. Mark Zuckerberg hosted a town hall Q&A in IIT Delhi on Wednesday afternoon. Internet.org and other major issues were discussed, but young students had only one question on their mind. Sir, how do I get hot girls to accept my friend request? I have tried many times. Please to give tips. Even sent her message in other folders saying, "Hi dear, looking good." But no response. Request still pending. What to do? Myself Prakash. Zuckerberg also took the time to mention Indian FB pages and communities that were pushing the social media envelope, such as Hottest People of Mira Road and the same Salman Khan photo every day. Let's move on now to our lead story, where we'll focus on intolerant India, otherwise known as India. Because if you think bans and intolerance are a new trendy fad, well, you just aren't appreciating the efforts of right-wing hipsters who are being intolerant of things before intolerance was a thing. You name it, these old-school extremists have banned it. Valentine's Day, women in pubs, democracy. God. And they did it before they even had the technology to do it. Nowadays, every right-wing extremist has WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. Back in the day, all these people had was a megaphone and a dream/nightmare. Try it. Try coordinating a riot today without Google Maps. But these guys did it. Back then, you really had to work. You couldn't just tweet abuses at Rajdeep Sardesai. No. You had to go to his house and hold up a handwritten banner that says anti-national prostitute libtard. Sadly, even with all this technology, our level of intolerance has actually reduced. Ink attacks? Seriously? That's what you're outraged about? In 1999, the Shiv Sena threatened to release venomous snakes into the Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium to stop an Indo-Pak cricket match. Commitment. The BCCI brought in snake charmers to combat this. Counter-commitment. I'm not kidding. This snake versus snake charmer brawl is 100% true and almost happened. Also, we've really let our riot game slip. For the past 3 decades, we've consistently maintained a record of one major riot per decade. The anti-Sikh riots in '84, the Mumbai riots in '92, and the Gujarat riots in 2002. We're 5 years into this decade, and if all we have to show for it is Muzaffarnagar or Assam, oh boy, this decade is going to get a D on the riot scale. Now, to be fair, the young extremists of today are not completely useless. They have had some interesting ideas, like this beef ban. It has all the ingredients for a top-notch extremist conspiracy. First, misrepresent the facts. Beef isn't actually only cow meat, it can also be buffalo meat, but let's not tell anyone that. Second, target a minority. Lots of communities actually eat beef, like Catholics, bad Hindus, but let's just say Muslims. And third, explode into violence. I still can't believe a dude died because he might have had beef. That's insane. So, broadly speaking, India has had a consistent level of intolerance for most of its existence, which means that no one political party or economic disaster or hot button issue can be held responsible. So if you're out there protesting intolerance, please continue. But don't just protest what's been happening for the last year, because that's just simplifying the larger issue. Our actual problems are much bigger and have been around a lot longer than that. That's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. If the world doesn't end, we will see you next time. Bye-bye.